Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Fates Revelation Blind Run. Last time, so many reasons to rejoice. Xandra and Riorma have finally made peace. The royals of both nations have agreed to a truce. We have all of them on side. Hans and Iago are finally dead like the useless, no-character villains they are. And all that's left is to head on to the Invisible Kingdom. Or not. Yeah, now is kind of a good time in the story for a break, but hey, it's also Cardin's birthday. Yeah, that was kind of... Where is he? Here he is. Oh, look, he's already celebrating with Tsubaki and Niles for some reason. Happy birthday, awesome fox guy. Actually, speed and luck is very good for him.
Wow.
And thankfully for him, weapon proficiency increase actually does something. And... let's see. I mean, it would be weird to give him a foxtail, but... maybe he'd like stylish glasses. Hey, wow, that actually worked. That's good. I was worried about that, because Keaton has interesting taste in gifts, so... Speaking of which, I probably need to start supporting him with Keaton, because I heard those are pretty good.
Let's do this together. Yep.
Of course, Niles. They are a compatible support. That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that, but that's... oh. Did you just say Lady Elisa's favourite colour? Again, that is still my favourite pairing of the Conquest characters. Oh, hi Xander. Yeah, you're actually in the castle. Raider knife. Oh, right, that's a stripping knife, isn't it? Sounds weird saying it like that. Harp, you mean? Wow, more forge fodder.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, so, I got Ignatius off camera. Probably should have shown that. So yeah, he's suddenly here. Because I'm going to do a lot of the child paralogs off camera, you might, in my castle sessions, suddenly notice random characters just pop up that, you know, suddenly they're here, suddenly they're here. Oh, these two, that's interesting. And Hinoka. Okay. Well, if this feather's worthy of a queen... we know you become one in one universe, so, yeah. And with that, let's check out the lottery, which...
Welcome to my fell storefront!
Yes! Oh, his dialogue is great. His start is not so great. Yeah, I'm also going to have to show some stats as well, but hey, his thing was also kind of great. Vulnera, it's alright.
Thank you for your dark business.
I love his shop quotes. Arthur's are pretty good too, though. And while we're here, may as well go here, and is it Perry? Is it Perry? Okay. I think Kaltori is decent at cooking. So, let's just go for strength and, more strength.
We've got this. I must train harder. Goodness.
Delicious chili. Huh. Oh yeah, I guess you get chili from beans. That's where it makes sense.
Interesting.
Okay, Nix is liking it. Haven't actually used Nix in a while. Strength +1, defense +1, and strength +2. Does that mean they get... Unfortunately, yeah, there's a cap of +2 from a meal boost, so that is... that's kind of a problem. Carton's got some pretty great stats there, though. By the way, yeah, Baruka, gonna try and use her, actually in the next chapter I go to, because I haven't really used her all that much on Conquest, and I feel bad about that. Because she actually is pretty good. She's basically a good version of Tsubaki. So close there, but not quite. And once again, let's try and be feeding her defense stuff. Not sure when we'll be able to upgrade her shrine to level 3. I think it's much later in the game. Speaking of which, there should be quite a lot of upgrades available now that I've gone through 2 chapters. But I think it won't be until, like, chapter 20-something where we get to upgrade the rod shops to the point where we can actually get infinite Master Seals, which I'm really going to need because of, yeah. Now, who's going to be on Arena 2 today? It'd be funny if it was Ignatius. No, it's... Oh, I was just talking about how I haven't used Nyx in a little while. Let's see. Yeah, back on Conquest, I used to always get really annoyed whenever Nyx showed up in the arena because I hadn't trained her, but now... Okay, well, you tend to have terrible resistance, so that's generally fine. And I've got Weapon Triangle advantage. Yeah, Nyx is kind of eclipsing Hayato and Dab. Oh! Or she can get really unlucky and just die. Yeah, bad HP kind of does that. And that's why I didn't bet something I only had one of. And now, yeah, let's check out the face-looking quarters. So, once again, we have... Actually, not once again. Have we seen I think we have seen Kaldori here before, but I may as well do this just in case. We haven't seen her with this hair color before.
Goodness.
Well, considering there's a giant hole in the wall back there, don't know what the purpose of that hole is, actually. Just don't know why they made that wall. It's like it looks like it's broken.
I see you have a little bruise there. Make sure to get that taken care of. We need you in top form.
Well, that's an interesting line, but I don't think I actually have seen her in the private quarters before, because, yeah, her model looks a little weird. Actually, I just realized something. If I'm going to be doing a certain something, here, in this part, this is probably my last chance to get a certain someone's A support bonding quote. Let me just check something. Okay, I tried going to boot camp and just having Kamui just sit in the corner and wait for everything to run away because I didn't want to get any experience there. And it seems like it didn't reset the private quarters, so I think like the time of day needs to advance or something like that for that to happen, but... So... I don't really know what to do here. I could just repeatedly do that until I get all 5 hearts, but I feel like that'd stall recording just too long, and I really just want to get to this, so I'm actually not going to do that. I guess I'll just have to look up that quote, the A quote. But anyway, now speaking of A quotes, we have... Actually, wait, first we should probably see if there's anything new to... Well, shouldn't be anything new to build. Oh, we can actually buy a healing tile. Interesting. Okay, we can upgrade that. We can upgrade the records hall, which is... Actually, it's not useless because we get -5 damage. We can upgrade Lilith's Temple. Good. Now we can take her magic higher. And also upgrade the golems to make them marginally less useless. Because, yeah, level 1 golems are just terrible. Actually, all golems except level 3 golems are terrible. But if we can upgrade the private quarters, we will get another face-looking chance. But even then, I don't know if I'll be able to get to yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to show that. I have the points, I may as well upgrade these. And I may as well upgrade Kamui's statue. And that, I guess... I can upgrade that to level 3 already. And yeah, let's just make the golems very slightly less useless. Though I might save the rest of the points. And now... So, support time. Like a few other times, there are a few supports that I got in off-camera grinding and I just skipped so I can show them in the records hall. So I'll just head over there now. While we're here, we can talk to Ryoma. Actually, no, wait, it's Silas. Bro, actually, he can use that. So, but first, I should probably show what I've been doing. So, Odin is now level 17. Laszlo is now 18. Niles is still 16, yeah, training him's been a bit difficult. He also got a level up where he only gained 1 stat, so I really hope he doesn't get as badly RNG screwed here as he did on Conquest, but he still might. Perry is level 18, as is Cardin. Setsuna's level 15, but her base stats are so high that she's still looking a lot better than... Seriously, that's strength. Yeah. Hana is now level 18. Orochi is also level 18. Oboro and Benny are now both level 19. Anna is also 19. Azuma is 18. Effie is 18. And we also have Ignatius, who I passed down Defense Seal to, and his stats are looking alright, although comparing him to Effie, yeah, all he really has going for him is better defense and resistance, but the resistance is at least considerably better, so that's good. They even have almost the exact same weapon ranks as well. Actually, Effie's is a bit higher. But yeah, Ignatius did join at level 20, so may actually want to promote him, because I never really used him all that much in Conquest, for obvious reasons. So that's what I've been doing in terms of leveling, but apart from that, we also have some supports, and I should probably show the Records Hall ones first. So we have, Kamui did not gain any more with Anna, but we do have Orochi and Odin C and B, so let's do these. Main reason I'm going for this is she's the only one of his Revelation exclusive pairings that's magic based, so yeah. Well, Odin has actually used a few Hoshiden talismans before, so cards, so probably shouldn't find them too weird. That was probably Orochi's lamest comeback ever. Ah, interesting. Yeah, let's hope she doesn't use this to figure out that he's actually from another world, because that could end badly for everyone. Huh. You completely made that up. Huh. Well, that's a good thing for him, because he was not naturally a spellcaster. And, she's just trolling him, isn't she? You know, this is actually kind of interesting, because when I paired Owain with Morgan back in Awakening, it's kind of a similar support chain, actually. Morgan kind of trolls him by getting him to go and get rare ingredients. Let's just hope this ends as well as that support chain did. And for those wondering, plumbing did exist in, like, well, it existed since Roman times, so it's not really that anachronistic of a reference. Yeah. Oh, it was just a shopping list. Now let's see what the B is. Okay. Oh, this is that infamous conversation I read about that actually looks really suggestive, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional. Yeah. So, I'll just not even mention this. Yeah, you're faking it. So that was weird. Very weird. Almost felt like a Nile support, but... Oh, speaking of Nile supports, I have Setsuna and Nile C and B, so that should be next on my list then. I've heard very conflicting reports about this one. Some people say it's terrible, some people say it's actually good. Well, that's pretty much her natural state. Well, that's kind of blunt. But she's sort of used to it because of Azuma. Well, everything. Like, have you heard about his past? It was pretty traumatic. She still has some pretty good supports all around. Well, why did Leo, of all people, take you as a retainer? I think you're one to talk here. Actually, out of the siblings, those two probably have the weirdest batches of retainers. Yes, she does. Well, we do know why she took Azuma as a retainer from their supports. Yeah, because, Niles kinda hates nobility, but not as much as a certain green-head shotgun user in a particular game I'm playing who, early in the game at least, his entire character can basically be summed up as, I hate nobles! Yeah. Okay, I'm actually liking this so far. I mean, Setsuna's... She's interesting. Now, who's next? Oh, I have Cardin and I believe Perry C. So, I've also heard conflicting reports about this. I've heard people say this one is almost as bad or even worse than Saito and Charlotte, so... And that Charlotte and Cardin is good, so that's kind of annoying. It's a bug, isn't it? Oh, Caterpillar. Yeah, she likes butterflies, but yeah, so, I was about to say it's kind of like Pokemon players, or when you see, like, a Caterpie or something, it's like, ah, kill it, get it away, and then, like, but then I realized Butterfree is also terrible, so, except, the first thing that came to my head was Mothim. No, Mothim's even worse, but there is Vivillon, which is actually pretty decent. Exactly. Yeah, but did your tutor have some kind of horrible accident at some point? I wouldn't put it past you. Oh. It actually kind of does sound that way. So, that one is kind of interesting. And next we have Laszlo and Hana, C and B. Now I have no idea what these ones are going to be like, so yeah. Then he's... Yeah, because he was probably staring and yeah. Well, technically speaking, I think someone did some kind of a mind thing on Xander and made it seemed like Laszlo had always lived here and had always been his retainer. From what I've read, that's actually what happened, so, yeah, the story of how he became a retainer was kind of weird. I thought it was like, you have something you want to tell her. Oh, it's the, you're hitting on her, right, yeah. Now, Laszlo, you were not aware of the trailers for this game, right? You saw what happened when male Kamui tried to go into the female hot spring when Hana was there, right? You saw that. That was our first glimpse of what critical cut-ins looked like in this game, so enjoy your painful death. Just don't give that to Hinoka, she doesn't like that at all. Unless she's trolling Ryoma. I think the only one who wears makeup around here is Perry. So yeah, clearly Laszlo has not seen that trailer. Is he gonna learn here? Actually, practice swords are pretty deadly in this game. Kamui used that as his main weapon on Birthright for a very long time, thanks to the +5 speed it gives. It's like a dangerous conditions fighting test or something? Yes, it is super buff lipstick. Though Hana doesn't really need anything to boost her strength, she more needs something to boost her defense. Yeah, okay. And yeah, suddenly, the moment you mention Sakura, she's all like, oh, okay, I'll try it. So that's not exactly the best, but we'll see how that one ends up going, and that should be everything, actually. Oh, for a moment I thought that Dwyer was actually in my party, but obviously he's not. This is the records hall. I actually freaked out for a second there. And now we have more supports. Lots more supports. We have Niles and Setsuna A. Okay, we've already seen this one, so we can skip that. But actually, though, I am going to show all of the mother and child conversations because I want to see how different they are from before. So, his mother was Charlotte before. Let's see how different Oboro is in this. Though I don't think I ever got many of his mother supports up before, so after this I won't have anything to compare it to. Yeah, if you're having bug problems, you should probably go to Perry, but she seems to have major gaps in her knowledge when it comes to bugs, though. And spiders aren't bugs, technically. Alright, this, yeah. Overall, this seems pretty similar to what I remember. So yeah, and after that I won't have much to compare it to. Also, I have Effie and Azuma C. I didn't actually get any more supports for them. So, what should I do next? Let's try this one. On the subject of bugs. Oh, it's a Metapod now, isn't it? Okay, this is a really good case of having fun with subtitles. Frolic! I love that. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Perry hates bugs just as much as that other guy hates nobles. Anyway. Okay... I guess I can do Niles and Setsune. And they always begin with her singing. This is another one of those where the supports themselves are pretty good, but I'm not entirely sure I see it leading to romance. Yeah, and thanks to his support with Camilla, we know why. Huh. Well, that's actually how her face looks when she's in pain. That's probably as much as she emotes. Yeah, her fellow retainer's more one for philosophizing. Yeah, the one time he actually meant it as a compliment. Okay, yeah, actually, I quite like that one. That's not bad at all, so... Yeah, that's fine. I've heard that Niles' supports with Oboro were actually pretty hilarious, but... Okay, I've already got this one before, so let's skip that. And Azuma and FEC, I've heard a lot of people also use cap defense. And actually, their defenses are equal because she has a defense +2. Interesting. I've heard a lot of people really, really like this support chain. And that's disappointing. The fact that she does is disappointing. Why? Okay. Huh. That's a pretty short one. I'll try and get more of those. But I've heard that people really like this one. And now we come to... I think all we have left is the royal supports. Oh, we have Takumi and Azura C, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before. If we haven't, I'm so sorry. We have Takumi and Elise A. Elise and Sakura C. Yes, I've been waiting for that one for a really long time. Camilla and Ryoma C. Hinoka and Xander C. Leo and Sakura C. So, I guess I should try the one I've been working on mostly first. So, is he going to be more tsundere? So the thing is, I don't actually hate you, but it's not like I'm going to admit it or anything. Yes, the fairy tale book about the broken sniper. Once there was a broken sniper. He was so broken that... Wait a minute, I already made that joke. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, well, you should also apologize for shooting her in another universe. And you should also apologize for getting possessed and almost destroying the world in another universe. While we're at it. In fact, it was so slight that I didn't actually notice that he bumped into her at all in that support. I do not like nori and sweets, what are you talking about? That's actually kind of nice. I mean, I don't know if the S support will really lead in from all that, but that's a fairly nice support overall. Speaking of which, I really, really want to do that one, but should I... you know, maybe I should do this first. It is the sound of hearts everywhere about to be melted, most likely. Trying to determine if that was any song from the game, but I'm not sure. I did read that it involves, like, violin playing. Yeah, like the cellos or double basses. Yeah, I didn't know she could either. Yeah, I thought she'd mentioned the koto. Detective Princess, at least. Yes, the case of finding an instrument. Or we could make one or something. One day, I'm sure you already are. So yeah, that's going to be, and I'm also really looking forward to swapping their classes around with friendship seals. That is going to be really awesome. And now is the time for some cross-royal shippings. Oh, and I already got to a Bizarre, which I've already seen before, so let's skip that. And let's see about this one. Sakura's, I think, one of the only ones of the royals where both of her Revelation exclusive pairings, people seem to like them. This one gives the better stats, though, but... yeah, but you did a lot of it in the last chapter. Which is why Sakura says quotes like, "We had no choice" after she beats enemies. Well, you just saw her last time, and she actually did just as good, if not better, than you did in the previous chapter, so don't be a jerk. Well, that wasn't a good start to that support, I'll just say. I really hope it gets better. Anyway, I guess I'll do these two next. Yes, King of Nor and what? Well, actually, wait a minute. In the same ending, we have Queen of Hoshido and King of Nor. And Tsukumi and Sakura want to get out of it, so they set everyone's hair on fire. Oh. This is actually kind of funny, because this discussion here is exactly what happened, the kind of dilemma that I go through whenever I end up getting spoiled on something in this game. Exactly, like, how should I act? Like, generally I like to just be honest and admit that I got spoiled on something. I don't like to try and fake surprise, yeah, it or anything like that, so, yeah. And there's something that's going to come quite soon in the story that I have been spoiled on, so you'll be seeing me handle that kind of soon. You heard him. You have to be pretty close to hear him whispering. And you came to talk... This is probably the weirdest thing to talk to Xander about. Oh, I am so surprised! I totally didn't know about this. Don't dwell your knowledge of the party. You know what? That's actually very good advice for me when it comes to spoilers. Thanks, Xander. That's often what I try to do. Just forget the fact that I already knew about it and just enjoy it. And now there's this. So I've heard a lot of people say this support chain is terrible, but I really didn't want to pair Ryoma and Elise because he looks a lot older than her. So yeah, gonna have to sit through this one. Because you are both incredibly broken. Yeah, unlike what was happening before, where you didn't have any idea they had problems. Well, maybe. Yes, they're both incredibly broken. Talk about that. Yeah, well, obviously, but, because she uses... Yeah, he doesn't know much about that, as we know from his supports with Hinoka. And he's also been told that he looks like a lobster, but that's another matter entirely. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then, now it becomes I like him more than, no, I like him more than you. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. And, well, there's only one support that I have left to do, and I think now is a good time for it. So, time to finally go for this. I wonder if they'll be involved this time or not. Or it could be the Invisible Swordsman, or it could be Dead Azura from the Birthright universe. Or it could be... Oh yeah, I remember reading about this. So yeah, we have a Chrom and Avatar situation again here. Well, I mean, they already kind of talked about the color of the sky because of the whole sky switching thing. Pretty much, especially due to a certain spoiler I know about how Mikoto and Sumeragi met. I think it was those two. Yes, you've met each other 3 times, and one of them you died, the other time you were implied to die. Hopefully nothing bad happens to you this time. Well, you've already taken on the entire world, you've made peace with both of them, so now it's just time to take on a different world. The kingdom that I can't talk about yet. And then we have to take on an Uncos, so... But through that, you'll always be together. And I hope I've got this right. I want to switch the window so I'm only recording the top screen. I really hope that this is the last line before the confession. Yes, I think I was right, yes.
I somehow feel that I have always loved you. Together, we will save this world.
And that...
Please, never let me go.
Almost talked over that. That is exclusive to Revelation. The confession is actually different for each of the 3 routes. So that's the Revelation confession. I'm going to have to pause the video for a moment here, because I need to preempt something that I know comments are going to say. Ever since the very beginning of Revelation, ever since I said that I was pairing Kamui with Azura on this route, I have got comments constantly telling me, you're not going to like it once you get to a certain reveal on this route. Let me just point out that I already know. I got spoiled on it shortly after the game's Japanese release, and it's something that I chose to do the pairing knowing about. I'll give the full explanation as to why I don't find this as much of a big deal as I normally would once we get to it, but the main reason is that a lot of people believe this detail between the two of them would actually get removed from the localization, since, from what I heard, it's done in one throwaway line of dialogue that doesn't affect anything and is never mentioned again. So they could have easily taken it out without affecting anything of the story, and many people were expecting them to do just that, including me. Evidently they didn't, but I wouldn't have known that going in blind. The other main reason why I'm okay with this is, at this point, Kamui and Azura don't actually know about this detail. The main time I have a problem with these kind of pairings is when it's intentional. But other than that, it is also, like I said, from what I've heard, something that you can ignore and nothing about the game would change. So yeah, I'll get to that once I get to it, but for now, aside from the S support being a little disappointing, I'm still okay with this pairing. And with that, 2 new paralogs are available, and unfortunately that one with Felicia is not available anymore. Also, I'm actually pretty glad that I upgraded the private quarters, because now I can immediately, because of course the first thing on Kamui's mind after he has a new waifu is to touch their face! Which I don't think will be happening yet. Even though you've only just got together, but anyway. You know what I just realized? I was about to make a Kamui still sucks at proposing joke, but then I realized he didn't actually propose in that conversation. And we actually lost the hearts that were there from the non-married bonding.
I love you so much, my sweet prince. I would love nothing more than to stay by your side for all our days.
So, she is associated with water, she dies tragically in one universe, and she just said sweet prince. I'm guessing that was probably a Hamlet reference. But, yeah, with that... Wait, we can actually do more? We can invite people. Oh, yeah, we can invite people. Yeah. You know what? Have I seen Okay, this is gonna look really awkward. Kamui now has a new waifu, and he's inviting his waifu from a different universe in. But have I seen her non-married bonding quotes? I'm not sure I have. So let's see.
I've got my eye on you. I like the way you fight.
I'm sorry, he's already taken. But she did get together with him in one universe. At least she has that. And with that, we've unlocked 2 new paralogs. One of which that I really don't want to do. This one. But I showed Kana in both of the other routes. It's kind of a tradition. I guess I have to show Kana this time too. It's gonna be a shame because I'm not gonna have much good to say here because I really, really, really don't like Kana and would love to just skip this paralog and do it off camera, but I did do it on both other playthroughs. This is the one that I definitely do want to show because Shigure, I want to use him more. He's going to be in my main party on this route, hopefully, so yeah, definitely want to use him more. I guess Kana will have slightly different stats. They'll start at level 20, most likely, and, actually, Kamui learned Draconic Hex recently, so they're going to get some much better skills passed down to them. So, I guess I have to show this then. Oh,